back to another stream. We are going to be getting into this bloody market. At some point, this is going to pick up. Things are going to look better, and then they're going to get bloody right back like they should be. So when are we going to see this pick up in the market? Probably going to be within the next 2 to 3K of Bitcoin. Yeah, I know that's a big gap in price. But yeah, we're most likely going to see Bitcoin pick back up in the next 2K. We do have a lot of support levels there. But today has been quite the bloody day, guys. It's been quite the bloody day indeed. So we are going to be getting into some of these altcoins that have not been doing so well, right? So KSM down 30% today. What did we say? Burned KSM to the ground. Bake is almost down 30% today as well. Guys, these altcoins cannot survive, right? When we saw 28K Bitcoin, they still have some room to go, right? So we still have around 11% that Bake can go since all-time low. Let's look at KSM. KSM is still a little bit overvalued, right? Still 23% to go if we do hit that golden 28K ratio. These coins are looking a little bit overvalued, even though they're down 20%. You guys are like, what do you mean? On the crash, we've seen lower prices, right? We have seen lower prices in these coins. But I don't expect them to recover as quick because, like we talked about, the volume, guys, volume has been going down to the downside. So this is why I'm saying that. I did clean up my charts a little bit, so we'll get into exactly what we see going on right now. Well, we see this downtrend since this 60K level. This could be used as support if we do dip down to this 27, 26K area zone. Probably going to be using that as support. We do see a significant downtrend that has occurred since I have stopped streaming. We had an uptrend, then we just saw this downtrend. This was a little uptrend we saw here, and then we smacked back down off this 36K resistance zone. Look at, guys, we are retracing to the downside, but at some point, like I said, we're going to have a little push to the upside, but it might not be till we get down to this 27K zone, right? This is kind of the final resistance that I have down here. Between this 30K, this 31K, we don't really have too much resistance. So this could be a zone that easily gets dropped through. And then to this 30K zone, we do have some around this 29 to 28K zone that I will draw. Support level, forgive me. Yeah, sorry for making you guys wait. Sorry about that, right? Did not know I was even had a video posted. Yeah, this is bloody, guys. This is quite bloody. But you know what? It's been quite the day on the trading side of things. We haven't really seen any sort of retest in this zone right here. We're not really bouncing off of a familiarized zone, right? Yeah, we've been down here in the past. Oh my gosh, guys, we could be seeing an uptrend. Kidding, right? Kidding. Somewhat. Yeah, but we are just hanging on the edge right now. We don't really have too much support around the exact area that we touched. So this leads me to believe that we probably will see some downside from where we're at right now. Maybe it'll be this 31K zone or this 31,100 zone. You see those two as zones of support. We have made lower lows there in the past. But as of right now, the selling pressure has taken over. Been taking over, right? Which alts are the best? Well, we already caught quite a few alts these past couple of days, especially on the short side of things, right? Shorting coins, guys. Look at Matic. Matic's at $1.10. What did we see last time at these levels, right? Matic went Bitcoin on May 23rd. Let's go to May 23rd and go look at Bitcoin's price. All right, so May 23rd, what did we see with Bitcoin? Around the same levels, right? Around the same levels, that 31K area. And let's go see how far Matic would have to go to retrace to that area. Right, it would have to go down around 31%. So a little bit overbought right now, Matic is, in my opinion. Yeah, so just looking at that can show you how overvalued some of these coins really are. When we do reach those same points with Bitcoin, we should be seeing these coins around the same price, right? We see Sushi's doing just fine. It's where it should be. We're just looking for things that are kind of out of the ordinary. That's what I'm looking at in these charts. That's what you guys should be looking at when you do look at these altcoins in these charts. But we're going to stick to Bitcoin, giving you guys a little tip right there. Definitely had a great day today on the short side of things. I do feel bad for any of you guys that were holding, right? It does happen to the best of us, but you will learn from your mistakes. You will get better. You will learn that we are still not at the bottom, guys. Let's go look at Ethereum. Ethereum's at $1,800. We're going to go lower. I can promise you that. Ethereum will go lower within the next 6 months, the next 4 or 5 months. We will see a way lower Ethereum, right? How does expert know this? All right, we're going to go through coin market caps, historical snapshots. Should I do this? No. Okay, basically what we saw Ethereum do was it went from around $1,200 to $1,300 in a bull market all the way down to around $90. Yes, we do have different liquidity and we have a different market structure, but still, we could probably still see around this $1,200 to around this $1,000 Ethereum, right? $1,500 as well will come. It's just a matter of waiting. Just a matter of waiting, right? If you guys are looking to hold these long-term positions, right, they will come, right? We could have an upside push with these alts here in the next 2 to 3K, but we will see a downside push after that. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, we're gonna keep it positive here, right? There's still money to be made in this market. There's still high volatility, so that's a beautiful sight to see. Normally, we don't see this volatility. We only see volatility like this around 80 or around 15% of the time we are in crypto. But right now, we just see Bitcoin making lower lows after lower lows after lower lows on this downtrend on the 4 hours. We have seen around a, what is this, from the top, around 24%, I believe. Yeah, around 24%. We've seen Bitcoin from our short levels at 41. And look at that, 25%, guys, 25%. We have now made a little bit of a lower low if we do push down here. But you guys, like I said, look at what we did on the upside. People forget that we went up around 33% in 7 days, right? In 7 days, we went up 33%. This is what these whales are doing to us right here. This is what these whales are doing to us, right? We go up 33% and we go down around 24%. We're going to see these trends continue. They're going to keep on juicing the market out of liquidity. But we'll see how low they want to bring us, right? But we know we're going to catch that upside when it does happen. This bloodiness is going to stop at some point. We never just go down forever. But yeah, that's basically something for you guys to keep in consideration. We have pre-Asia. Tokyo is actually about to open. So we're going to see some volatility here in the next couple of hours, right? They opened up 13 minutes ago. We're going to see this volatility increase, which will be very, very nice. What about EIP 1559? That can't save Ethereum. Pair of Doge never used. Yeah, Doge went down around 40% today, guys. Around 40% Dogecoin went down today. That's insane. Yeah, it's time to learn some TA. So let's go through some TA. How was I approaching today? And why was I approaching today like this? So we'll talk about how I'm approaching it right now. Well, I've started to short, right? I got out of my short once we saw this uptrend, this higher high right here. Thought we were going to break out, right? I put in a long right around this level, got out, and then I stopped when we were in this consolidation area. Saw we broke down right here, was waiting for the retest, put in another short right here. And I ended up just holding it, the retest right here, guys. It's retest right here. Let me draw it out. So why do I buy on the retest? Why do I buy on this retest right here? There's a resistance line right here. We broke down off of it. We know we're going to come back to it. That's why. And we were looking bearish because we couldn't break through this level right here. So let me throw on the horizontal line, right? So here's our support. This is what we're looking at. And when you see you break through a support and it's a now resistance with a downtrend, right? Because we are still in this downtrend. It's a very good time to be buying and get these sniper entries when we do see that that wick or that push to the upside, and we know that it's hard for us to break that level. So this is when I put in my short right here. This is why. And when am I looking to get out of my long, right? When am I going to get out of this? How am I approaching this trade? All right, so let's see how much profit I got from this, right? Around 5%, right? Times that by 3 on some of these altcoins, and then times that by like 5 or 6. So done pretty well today. That doesn't mean that you're going to do this every single day. No, we do not see this volatility every day. And sometimes when you buy the retest, right, you don't hit it exactly and you hit your stop loss. But I'm exactly looking at around a 5 to 1 to 6 to 1 risk versus reward. right? I could lose 6 of these trades because I'm setting my stop loss. Let's go look, go through out my stop loss. Here, I have it up here actually. Whoops. There we go. All right. This is a long position. Yeah, we're not trading with the trend, guys. We're not trading with the trend. So this is how I approach this trade. Right, I threw up my position like this. That's a 3-to-1. But right now, I wrote it down to around this level, 6-7-to-1, right? But yeah, how am I approaching this position? Let me actually move this up a little bit, right? So this is where I was looking to buy because this is the retest and we broke down onto this zone. Why wasn't I waiting for these higher levels? Because we didn't hold them, right? We didn't hold them at all. You saw the selling pressure here, and I wanted to get in my trade right here. Right when we saw this retest, because we broke down, momentum was swinging to the downside. We had lower volume. Look at the lower volume, right? You see this volume down here as well. When we make a move to the upside, you see how we have that higher bullish volume. Look how low this bullish volume was when we had the upside as well. Extremely low. We know that we're going to have a move to the downside as volume cannot support exactly what we're doing. And this is why I'm entering this position right here. And this is kind of what I was doing today, but also doing this with other altcoins, which is very dangerous. Learn Bitcoin before you learn these altcoins. So let's draw our trend resistance lines just from where we were at, right? You could draw that one right there. So we see that this is kind of the downtrend that we're resembling right now. We're probably going to see some sort of breakouts just because we have gone down so quickly. And I'm so surprised, guys. I'm so surprised that we have not yet seen some sort of move to the upside with a bullish stock market, right? The stock market did pretty well today, right? Up 1%. On Dow, US 30 was up like, what, 2% today? Bitcoin's down 10% today. That's very, very rare to see. There's still more longs than shorts right now. Binance is showing around 60% longs with around 40% shorts. So we could still see this move to the downside. I do think around 30, 29, 28K, we will have that bounce back upwards. But you want to know what? I'm going to be following this trend. How are you guys going to approach this? You're going to follow this downtrend, right? So here's the small little trend that we're in, right? See the small trend that we're in. We're going to go look at the 4-hour first of all. Right, 4-hour, we see that we're in a downtrend, right? We're in this downtrend. We can even draw it a little bit sharper, right? It's a very, very sharp downtrend that we're in. Look at every time we've had those sharp downtrends, we have that huge movement to the upside. It's going to happen at some point. We're going to see a movement to the upside. We haven't had back-to-back dips like this without around 5-10% push to the upside. Go to the 1-hour. What did we see on the 1-hour? We saw this consolidation, right? We saw this consolidation area right here, and then we shot downwards. Probably going to have a little bit of a retracement upwards once we get to these certain support levels down here. This is the bottom of the trend, right? If we break through this trend right here, probably going to see some more downside, and this trend's going to change. Probably going to look like something, oh, let me go right here. Probably around the lines of something like right around down here. We'll have to see. All right, so let's go to the 15-minute. How would I approach this trade, right? How would I be approaching a trade as of right now? Well, since I'm already in a position, I'm looking at when to get out of a position. I'm looking at one of these support levels, setting my stop loss at the nearest resistance level, a little bit above, just so it doesn't stop me out. But I see that we have this downtrend right here. And once we flip momentum to the upside, and I see that we have that higher high, and I see that we have that higher low, I'm going to be looking for a retest on a key resistance level, right? Let's say we do something along the lines of this, right? So we break down, right? And then I see the higher high, right? I see that we make a move to the upside, and then I see this test right here, and then I see that we break out, right? I'm going to be buying at this level right here with my stop loss down here because I see the upwards momentum, right? I see the upwards channel, right? And I'm buying the retest because every single, around 70% of the time, 75% of the time, we will bounce off that retest. Once we have an upwards movement, we'll have a correction down, we'll buy the retest, and then we'll make some gains. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking at market structure to be broke to the upside. And as of right now, we've just been going down, 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 down. The more we go down, the better, right? Because we're able to make money off the downside. And then when we see the momentum switch to the upside, we're going to be putting in a long trade. And with the tight stop loss, of course, we have what, 5-to-1 as of right now, right? 5-to-1 risk ratio. That means as of right now, I have 5 trades that I can put in once we see that momentum switch to the upside, right? Yeah, we are still in a downtrend, right? Waiting for momentum to switch back to the upside. So we're still in a downtrend. We still see these altcoins going terribly, right? Chili's burning to the ground 24% in one day. In one singular day, this thing went down 24%, right? 43% in 5 days. That's a pretty good pump, right? That is a pretty good pump. I'm going to change these candlesticks from red to green, right? I'm going to turn from white to blue just to get the psychology away from you guys, right? We don't want to see any psychology play tricks on you, right? You guys can make money on these candlesticks, doesn't matter what color they are, as long as you guys have a strategy put together and you understand basic market structure, right? So we will be getting into more advanced market structure, but as of right now, with this volatility, it's not too complicated, right? We're waiting for the momentum switch on the longer time frames, and then we're waiting for the bounce and then the retest. Look at this candle that we saw in the 1 hour, right? We just had some momentum to the upwards, right, guys? Let's see if my, oh, yep, my stop loss just got hit right there. So out of that trade, this is how you guys are going to be needing to do this, right? But we still see this downtrend right here, right? Go draw this a little bit better. We still see some downtrend. We break through this, right? Going to be looking a decent amount of bullishness to the upside. But we're still in that downtrend. We want to see the uptrend. We want to see the higher high and the higher low. We still see this lower low right here. So this is still telling us that we're in a downtrend, right? Higher, this thing's higher from where this thing is higher, right? This means that we are not seeing that uptrend yet. We want to see this break out to be higher than that, and then we want to see this come down to be higher than this higher or lower low right here. So this is the lower low. You want to see this at least drop down to around here, which is going to be the lower high, right? This is the lower high, and this would be the higher high, right? The HH. You want to see this happen, right? This is how you can kind of signify that we're going to be in a possible uptrend. And then when we bounce back up, right? Let's say we bounce back up above this range, then you know that we're going to at least consolidate to this, or maybe come down to here. This is when you guys would be looking to ladder in on your trades, right? Or down here, be a good laddering in point. That's if you guys are going to be trading it around that way. Or you could be using major supports and major resistances, right? Well, what would a major support and resistance be? All right, so we're looking for these levels that we broke out to. So let's just throw one, let's say, right around this level, right? If we were in an uptrend, right now we're not in an uptrend. I'm just pretend we're in an uptrend, right? We'd wait for this to bounce out, and then bounce back down for the retest, put in our order there, and then set our stop loss below these wicks right here, right? We would set our stop loss around this right here, right? Because it's below these wicks. If the whales want to wick us out, they can't, right? They can't because we're below it. So yeah, they still will sometimes, but this is when we'll be looking at putting in an order off the retest to the downside. And you guys can be using that for some sort of success. Promise you. Would it be that bad of an idea to buy back in right now? No. If you guys are going to be laddering in, no, I don't see it as that bad of an idea. As of where we're at right now, right, we see a W formation. Not yet. Not yet a W. But yeah, we see that we have reached really low levels for Bitcoin. We know that we could only probably go down around 2-3K maybe lower, and then we're going to have some upside. I guarantee you that we will see probably 33K to 34K Bitcoin within the next couple of days, because this is how the market works, right? We're not going to slam down into this 20 range just yet and keep us there. No, that's not how it works, guys. We're not going to be doing that. Why aren't we going to be doing that? Because the market makers do not want to bring that market that low. They want to suck out all the EMA, or not EMA, all the liquidity they can. As of right now, right? They haven't gotten all the liquidity out of the market, right? They still have to liquidate these shorts that are piling up. And that day is going to come, whether it's tomorrow, the next day, or the day after that. And it's probably going to be around 28, 29, or 30K Bitcoin. They're going to suck out all that money that was in on the short side. Right? And if they don't, we're going to be ready for the short side. If that does happen, if we do breach a certain resistance level or a certain support level, we're going to be looking for the retest to the upside and then shorts, and then make the money as it comes down. It's not hard. It really is not hard. It just takes practice. It just takes dedication. It is not possible, guys. It's not possible, right? What can bring this market up? All right. So anyone who's extremely bullish out there, thinking that we're going to break this 42, 43, go into the 48K level, please let me know how we're going to do that within the next few weeks or in the next month or two. What is going to bring us up? Because as of right now, all I see is bearishness in these candlesticks, and I see the top and I see the bull market, right? What's going to bring us up? What liquidity is going to be dumped into crypto? Are institutions going to be buying into crypto? No, they're going to be trading crypto. Only around 1.5% of the market cap in crypto is institutional money, and they were buying around 10 to 15K. So that is a myth in itself that institutions are now buying crypto and they're pumping the price down. Maybe they will buy once they reach this 20K level, but why wouldn't they just short the market, right? Make the gains, push it down to 20K or whatever it might be, and then hop back in and then get out of their shorts, right? What could bring us up, guys? What could bring us up? I'm curious. I'll answer some of those questions. I just want to hear the other side of the opinion. I'm not going to make fun of you, right? I just want to know how. Like, how could we go up? When we have a bearish stock market, when we have mining having to move, right? That's obviously going to bring down the market. Hash rate is probably going to be going down. We have a lot of fundamental things that just they're not lining up. Yeah, if you guys average back in, right? It's okay. It's okay. Like I would say not the best time to be averaging back in, but wouldn't it be the worst time? I can tell you that. Wouldn't it be the worst time to average back in right now? Yeah, I mean, we're still looking at some downside potential. If they do want to keep us below 20K, right? You're looking at what? 20, 30% losses on these altcoins. These altcoins still will go lower, right? This isn't the bottom for these altcoins, right? They're still up over 1,000%, most of them, since the beginning of the year. That's how much they pumped up. Yeah, but right now we're not seeing too much with the market structure. Just some low volatility. Japan is awake. Japan is awake right now. They're getting ready to do some shenanigans. I can just already tell. It's going to be interesting to see what China does tonight. Normally Mondays, by the way, guys, Mondays are fake out days. What happens on Mondays? They will send the market, right? On Mondays, they send the market in the opposite direction, right? They get everyone to think, oh, this week's going to be so bearish. It's going to be so bearish, right? And then the rest of the week, they will send the market up, right? They do this to get everyone to short, everyone who's excited to get into their trades on Monday, right? They'll send it up the rest of the week, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that, right? Just letting you know they do that sometimes, but we're going to be ready if they do or if they don't. For those of you that don't believe that this is real, guys, look at Asia, right? Asia opens up, right? What do? They short. Guys, look at this. What did Asia do to the market? They brought this thing down how much percent? Around 10%, around 11%. And New York opened, they pumped it up, they just kept it steady. They were farming. But Asia was the real culprit behind sending the market to the grave today. Right? When they open, volatility spikes up, right? Market makers are active. That's where price really goes off. Yeah, everyone's so bearish. That's the good news that opposite might happen. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm a little bit bullish. Experts a little bit bullish. When experts bullish, right? It's not often, especially during times like this. Not often that I'm bullish. I just do think that with the amount of shorts that are in and the amount of bearish sentiment in the market, even though Binance still has around 60% long still in, 60% of people who want the market to go up and they're putting leverage on it. I still think that they could send it up now and then liquidate them later. But there's definitely a lot of shorts out there too. But just to send the market into that direction, they'd make a lot of money than liquidating the longs on their way down, right? If you guys are looking for positions, right, I really would wait for this 313 level again, this 3000 level, and this 29K level, right? It's a good time to ladder back in if you guys are going to be buying spot and you're going to be very, very conservative and you're on the fence for buying back in, right? I don't see us really breaking below these levels. And if we do, right, save like what, 30-40% of your cash and then buy back in at these lower levels if we do reach them, like this 27,400 level. Experts finally bullish. I am a little bit, okay. I just am absolutely emotionless, like you guys should be right now. Absolutely emotionless. I know some of you guys are excited you got your nice juicy shorts in, but make sure to be conscientious of the charts do change, the market does change. Liquidity will be going into the opposite direction when it does come down this fast. Tomorrow, Mexico plus Brazil announced Bitcoin as legal tender. Yeah, we had Bitcoin go down, by the way, Jordan, when El Salvador mentioned that. So who knows? Maybe we'll go down in price after they mention it, and then they'll pump it up. It's kind of funny how that worked. All right. So what's happening with Tether? Not sure. It's going to come down at some point, right? Right in the top of this trend. Let's see if we can break out. This is the third test that we've had, right? Let's see if we can make these higher highs, right? Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, Japan's open. So Japan, right, they have enough liquidity to pump up this market or bring it down. So this is where you see this volatility when Japan's open. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. But as of right now, be a little bit skittish, guys. Be a little bit skittish, right? I do think that we could be forming, right? We could be forming some sort of W pattern. Talked about this. We could see a push up, push back down, and then a breakout. This is them squeezing liquidity out of the market, right? We could have a push up to here, down here, and then break out. It's them squeezing money in the market. That's what they're doing in any sort of pattern like that. Market makers are at the works of faking everyone out in every single direction. That's why you have to have patience. You have to buy on the retest. You have to have some sort of strategy or stop loss if you want to be successful, right? You could be one of those bums who gambles their money away, like 90% of them, with no strategy, nothing whatsoever, no risk to reward, and you're going to lose. You're going to lose. And you're going to be that bum who loses because they didn't take the time to back test a strategy, to get a strategy put together. And I'm not going to let that happen to you, right? Your guys are going to get a strategy together, then you're going to start trading. You're going to back test it, right? And then you're going to know how much percent you have to gain. You're going to understand market structure, and then you're going to start trading, right? No reason to get into trading if you guys don't know what the hell is going on in the market, or else you're going to get burnt. You're going to get burnt, right? At what point do you change the channel to master crypto? I don't care, guys. I'm not an expert, right? I'm not a master. I'm trying to get you guys to be somewhat familiar, right? You guys need to understand that there are certain things in the market that you cannot understand, obviously, but there's certain ways that you can make percentages at all times, right? Looking at the market, we have supports, we have resistances, they're everywhere, right? And we have these larger ones on the longer time frames. And we have trends, we have downtrends, we have uptrends. We never go sideways. We never go straight up. We never go straight down, right? But what you can do is you could just trade those trends, right? You guys don't need to trade on the 1 minute, the 2 minute. You guys can trade on the hour, the 4 hour, and just trade these trends. Be very patient, and you can be profitable, right? You can be profitable. You will be profitable. I know you will if you guys just read the goddamn book that's in the description and you guys take your time. You take your time with it until you are really comfortable. Yes. Right. I changed the candlestick colors so you guys can understand, right? Let's go to, let's put this as red, right? And this is green. Here we go. I'll put them back, guys. I'll put them back, right? You guys probably don't like that. Just change the candlestick colors. Pretend that, you know, red isn't the worst thing in the world. However it might be, right? However it might be, you know. Change these back to default. I know I messed up a little bit. Where's that red? All right, whatever, man. All right, I really messed up here. Template by defaults. All right, now we're in this white no man's land right now. All right, but yeah, right now we do see, right, we're testing this trend line. Tested it, couldn't break through it. We're going to see if we can break through it again. Is there enough momentum, guys? Look how low this bearish volume candle is. Let's go to the 1 minute, right? Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's see what this volume is looking like, right? Look how volume has dropped, right? When we see bearishness, what do we see? We see volume that is bullish, that is not too much volume, right? Very, very low volume and a little bit of bullishness. The market price is going up a little bit. That's when we see bearishness, right? That's an indicator that there's going to be some bearishness just based off of volume. And it's a vice versa. When we see some bullishness, we see low volume bearishness, right? And then we see some bullishness. That's how it works. Because the bulls are not in control, guys. When the price is going up, you want to know who's in control, right? Price goes up, who's in control, right? Price is going up. The bears are, right? The bears are, because they have the ability to push down price because there's this many people wanting it to go up, right? Whatever the price is going, the opposite person is in control because they obviously aren't doing anything to stop it. Especially with low volume, right? They could stop it if they wanted to. They could slam down the market, but you want to know what? They're letting it go. They're letting it plan out. Maybe they already have their trades in. Maybe they've switched sides, whatever it might be. Maybe they're waiting for a certain level, certain support, and certain resistance, a certain trend line. But as of right now, not, right? You see on the 1 minute, guys, look at this. Little uptrend right here. We're not going to fully factor that one in, but we'll see. Can we make a higher high? Right? Can we make a higher high? Can we push this up through this trend line? If not, we're going to be getting into this bearish-like pattern. So new color, just the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Yeah, I hate bears too, man. Bears are scary, right? In the forest, they're scary, but in the stock market, bears are the best thing that can ever happen to you if you play your cards right, right? You learn that, you know, this isn't real life, right? Bears don't kill you, right? Bears can make you money. So can bulls, right? Bulls can be the friendliest people in the world. They are the friendliest people, right? They're pumping up your bags. But bears as well, they could be friendly if you know them and if you play them right. If you follow what the trend is in the market, bears are the best thing ever, or the second best thing, right? Apparently. But yeah, you just have to play your cards right. You have to understand market structure, supports, resistances, trend lines. Those are just kind of the basics, right? Just kind of the basics. We have some EMA levels as well that are going on right here. Let me throw on some more EMAs right here. Only have the 16, the 50, the 20, the 50, and 200. I'm going to throw on some more. All right. We're going to get down to the EMA tutorial. Let's see, where are my EMAs at? Right. Indicators, guys. You guys get 3 of them for the free version of TradingView, right? You guys get 3 EMA levels. I believe they're up here. Just throw in the 20, the 50, the 200. Right? You guys get 3 of them. And if you guys buy the paid version, right, what happens? You get around as many indicators as you want. And we play games with these EMA levels right here. We are always bouncing and using these as another form of support and resistance. We will always be bouncing off these MAs, moving averages. These are our past price action, right? Past price action. If you're on the 1 day, right? If you're on the 1 day, these are the levels, right? If it's 15, it's 15 days ago, right? If you're on the shorter time frames, it's a little bit shorter, right? It's like, what, 15 divided by 24 if you're doing 1 hour, right? That's what you're going to be doing. But yeah, we always have price action around these EMA levels. They're just another form of support and resistance. And the higher they are, the harder these EMA levels are, right? So if we have it hit, let's say this green level, what's this green level? Let's see, EMA 5. This is the 200. So if we hit this 200, this is the top resistance level, right? So this is the oh shit, I'm going to break down level, or I'm going to consolidate up here, then break down level, right? What happens when we hit the 200 EMA? Let's go back in time. Let's see, right? We didn't stay above it long. What happened? We broke down so far below it, right? So far below this EMA level. So this is how EMAs work. The shorter they are, right? The closer they are to the candle, and the shorter time frame they are, the less resistance, the less support they have. But we normally always hang around the 20 and the 50 EMA. That's normally what the go-to. Once we're below it a long way, they're going to come down. They're going to come back down, but we still have ability to push back up towards these higher ones. But when we do, we're probably going to come back down, especially in a downtrend. We're looking at this long time frame, right? We're looking at this at the long time frame. Let's say on the daily, what do we see? Well, guys, we see the downtrend, right? When did we start to see this downtrend? All the way here since 64. Right, all the way here, we've been seeing downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. We have not seen a higher high. We have not seen anything that's pointing us in the direction of up. It's only been down. This isn't the movie Up where we go into a hot air balloon. That's not going to happen. It's time to hit reality, guys. I know it hurts. I know it sucks, but we're most likely, right? We're not going to be going back up in that hot air balloon all the way to 65. Market is too inflated right now. Yes, we'll still probably have a pump to this 200 EMA here within the next few days, right? We haven't been there all the way since, when was this? Yesterday, right? 2 days ago. But yeah, probably not going to see that level again for at least a couple more days. But we normally, right, we always will break down, we push back up to that EMA. Right? We break down, we push back up to that EMA, that green EMA, that 200. Right? We push down, push down, push down, break back up. So we will have a push back to that 200 EMA at some point. We're not going to drop off the side of a cliff forever. We're going to slowly sink with some pushes back to the top. Do see these levels as good levels to ladder back in, boys, to ladder back in. But as of right now, it's still in a downtrend. You do not want to fight against the trend. Once we see that higher high, once we see that retest, that's when the time is to go into the market. And you could use these EMA levels as support and resistance, right? Let me take some of them off just so it doesn't look like a cluster. All right. All right, so we have the 9, the 20, the 50. Let me just take off the MAs. Let's take on the EMAs, right? So you guys see this this purple EMA right here, right? EMA 3. What is this, guys? This is the 50. What happens with the 50? We're going to highlight the 50 because that one is important. Now it's the bear market, right? Now you guys want to learn charts. Finally, right? Right? I know, I'm telling you guys, these charts are not too hard. It's not too complicated. All it is practice. It's practice, practice, practice. Then you ladder back in the markets with your practice. But on a realistic standpoint, if you guys practice charting and you guys fundamentally understand it, this is a lifelong income thing you can make, right? Let's say you're able to make 2% a day. 2% a day. You were shooting for, 10,000 X's, whatever you were looking at, right? 2% a day. That sounds like, not that much money. Every single day, if you were to make 2%, right? It might take you a year to get good at trading. It might take you a month. It matters how hard you work, how much time you put in. Yeah, you could do it in a month. I'm going to be able to make you do it in a month with all the content I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you guys strategies, all that fun stuff. But going to be able to see you succeed in crypto through trading 2% a day. In 1 year, you could turn $100 into 140K, right? Are you going to make 2% a day? Hell no, you're not, especially if you're new. But it's not that hard. It's not that hard as it sounds. I can promise you that, right? Being consistent, it's all about strategy. It's all about waking up in the morning and being patient, strategic, right? That's all what it's about. You don't get too greedy. But look at this 50-day, right? Look how we use this 50-day as a breakout point, right? We break down from it. We're down in the market, right? We break above it. We have a breakout. We just consolidate. We know that some downside movement's going to come. Look at, we consolidate, boom, to the downside. Want to know why we're doing this, right? Consolidation, boom, downside. It means we're in a downtrend, right? Until we have a sizable breakout above this and we hit that 200 EMA, we know that we're probably going to break down every time we consolidate without any further price action. Right? Look at this. We consolidate, boom, breakout to the 200. Right? These are EMA levels. I promise. They're support, they're resistance, they're everything you need, especially on these shorter time frames. You guys could be using them. Right? If you guys want to look at confirmation on when to get into a trade, if that support or that resistance is a tight level, right? Let's say the 50 EMA is right on that support, right on that resistance level, right? And we see that we're consolidating. You know that we're probably going to break down. It looks like we're bearish. Looks like we're too high. Maybe we're at the 200. You won't actually want to probably put your shorts in when we're at the 200 EMA, right, guys? Look at every time we've touched this 200 EMA. Look what's happened today. Downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. Another downtrend, another downtrend. We couldn't break above this 200 EMA to save our lives today. Want to know why? Because we were in a downward spiraling market. It's just a line, man. This thing's not real, right? No, guys. I'm telling you right now, anyone who's watching this video, you will be able to do something with these EMAs. I would suggest practicing, right? Practice, practice, practice. Look at these shorts, guys. Imagine if you shorted this 200 EMA today every single time it touched. That would have been ballsy, right? That would have been very, very ballsy. But you would have been able to come away with knowing that you're using some sort of TA rather than just a gut feeling. But I need more confirmation, right? I need more confirmation to short those levels. What would I have done today, right? You guys see how we have this downtrend, right? Look at this downtrend. It's clear as day. Clear as day, this downtrend, right? So we know that we couldn't break above this level. We couldn't break above this level, right? If we come close to this trend line, right, we can't break above this level, right? We haven't been able to break that downtrend from up there. That would have been my indicator on kind of where to short. We do see some resistance levels, not too many, but we see this trend line, right? If you're just drawing these horizontal trend lines, no, not going to work. Not going to work. You guys need these diagonal ones as well to really get a sense on what the market is doing. Can we break out above? No, we can't. Can we break out above? No, we can't, right? Showing a trend direction of where we're going. EMAs as well, they do help. They are real, right? They're not made up. But am I looking to buy at these levels? If the charts are showing good direction, right? Anyone who's watching this video, just try and take something. If you're thinking about buying and holding long term, no, you're not going to do that. I'm not going to let you do that because you could get screwed over. I don't want to see you get screwed over, right? If we see these EMA levels, right, if we're just hanging around the 50 with no sense in direction and we're right around this level, we're probably going to break down, right? But if we do break down at a point where these EMA levels, this 50 is like right above here, right, or right above here, yeah, probably going to buy because we know that we're going to come back up to it. This is on the 3-minute though, right? So on the 15-minute, look how low we are from the 50, right? 15-minute, great time to trade. 15-minute, great time to trade. 1 hour, yeah, you guys are just looking at a sense of direction in the market. 4 hour, looking at a sense of direction. 1 day, looking at the long-term trends, making sure that you didn't miss out on anything. Same with the 3 and the 2. But I really do like to use the 25, 15, 9, all the way down to 1. But yeah, if we come down here on the 15 and we see that we're kind of by this EMA level, this 50 kind of come back down to us around this 31K level, right? We know that that's a rubber band. We're probably going to break out above it. And we could come back up and test it right now, but we're really looking at these EMA levels to get a sense of direction in the market, the sense of resistance, a sense of report or support. They really do work. Don't even get me started with Fibonacci, guys. You guys can use Fibonacci. I don't care, right? I don't care personally. I don't take it personal. But Fibonacci, go watch some videos on how to use it. You could use it with price action. It's basically support and resistance, but you're just drawing some sort of fib level. A lot of traders use it. That's why it works, right? That's why it works. It sounds complicated. It's not too complicated, right? So we go down here, we go to fib retracement. You go to the swing high to the swing low. We'd go from here to the swing high the swing low 618 level. Look at kind of some resistance here, kind of some resistance here, right? And kind of some support at this 325 level. But at the same time, you guys got to understand that a lot of traders use this. So this is why it's somewhat accurate. But really, if you guys look deep into Fibonacci, you realize that it's probably not the best thing to be using on charts. If you guys are successful using it, go ahead and use it. I'm not going to stop you. But all I'm saying is that's not the thing for me. That could be the thing for you, not for me. I do use it sometimes though, still, just because you know, finding support and resistance levels is it's kind of easier with that. You go from the high, right, to the low, the high to the low, the low to the high, right? But yeah, looking pretty good on the charts right now. We see this downtrend, right? It's signaling this downtrend. How do we know it's a downtrend? Because it's going down. No, because we see this line right here, right? You guys can kind of see this, right? Or am I making stuff up? Right, so we see the wicks above, we see the downtrends. But yeah, it's looking a little bit bearish. We're in the middle of this trend right here. If we do have a bounce back up, right? If this wick holds, right? We could be facing an uptrend. This wick does hodl and we break out. We have a higher low. We have a higher high. We could be seeing that breakout. But as of right now, I would advise you, with my opinion, not my advice, to stand still. To stand still, especially if you guys are liquid right now. You guys are water right now. You guys are like, when do I short? When do I short? You know, just chill, man. When do I buy, right? When do I hodl? George, right? Well, you guys have some lower levels right here to hold at if we do see that breakout to that level, right? Right when you see something go up, never freaking buy, guys. Never freaking buy when you see something just go up, right? That's a trap. They will trap you and they will push you down to the ground. You got to wait for the signifying of an uptrend, the higher high, the lower low, right? Or we'll just say it's right here, right? The lower low, right? Then we're waiting for the retest, whatever it might be. And then you guys are putting in your orders on the buy. Same thing goes, but turn the graph upside down, right? So if we want to short, right, we see the retest wherever we broke down from. We know that we have low volume. Things are checking off. We see that our fib, our imaginary fib line is looking very, very good. And we could even pull up another indicator. Very scary one right here, but it is useful, right? Stochastic RSI, right? Let's say we're high on the stochastic RSI and we're in this downtrend. As of right here, we push back above, right here. We were out. Look how high we are at these trends, right? Boom. Here we touch this again. Let's say we come back up here. And let's say this RSI is up here, right? Maybe we'll short right there with a stop loss above this green line right here. Not too much of a stop loss, you know, but that is if we make a lower low, right? I don't want to be doing this with this higher high because this could be an uptrend, right? We don't want to trap ourselves in this because all we're doing is we're looking for where's the trend going. That's market structure. Where is the goddamn trend going? Did you read the goddamn book? No, you did not. I know you didn't if you don't know this. Okay, it's in a book. Tells you loud and clear, but I'm giving you a visual representation. All right, so I know I'm kidding with you guys. Sometimes I need to yell at you for you to listen. All right, no, I'm kidding. I want the best for you, so sometimes I gotta yell at you, but it's because I love you. But we really want to see some sort of downtrends. We bounce down off of here and we come back up here, right? We make that lower low and that lower high, right? Because what is that? Right? This is a lower low because we're lower than this guy over here. And if we go up here, this is a lower high because we're lower than this guy over here. This guy's in Colorado smoking his doobs, and we're over here and we're lower than him. So we're waiting for this to hit that we're going to put in the shorts. When are we going to be taking profits, right? We're going to be taking profits around this middle of this range. Why would we take it at this middle of the range? Why don't we just wait for Bitcoin to go to 25K? Because then we could be millionaires because we put our whole life savings into it. No, you guys would be waiting to take some at some support levels some support levels because you know that we have price action off of these levels. You know that sometimes we go up off of these levels. We have bounces off these levels. So we'd be looking at putting in our stop loss, by the way, yeah, around this level because, you know, the whales can't wick us out here. We saw this wick upwards here. We know that they can't wick us up here. If they do, you know, that's tough game, man, tough life, right? Shit happens, but you know, if you have that risk to reward level, oops, that's not an R, that's a K. We have that risk equals reward, right? What is your R to R ratio? Let's say you have a 3-to-1, which is pretty damn good, right? Right? Let's say you're aiming for right here. Let's go throw in the short, right? Oh no, he's not longing. He hates crypto. Right? So let's say we laddered in our trade right here. We're going for 2.5. I'd honestly bring this up a little bit, right? So that's a 2.3 risk to reward ratio going for the bottom of this trend. This is on the 1 minute, by the way. This is on the 1 minute, guys. Don't trade on the 1 minute. I'm just giving you a visual representation, okay? Do not be trading on the 1 minute, okay? If you're new to trading, you could look at 1 minute for confirmation on into a trade, right? But don't be trading off of it. Trade on like the 15 minute, okay? Trade on the 15 minute, whatever it might be. Don't trade on the 1 minute unless you guys really understand market structure and risk to reward. All right, so let's just pretend that's 3-to-1, right? Let's pretend that's 3-to-1. We're going to set our stop loss at this resistance level or the support level right here. Look at the support we see at this zone, okay? Look at the support we see at this zone. We're going to be taking 50% at this level right here. Right here. Why are we taking 50% here, right? Oh, let me actually move that down a little bit. I'd be looking actually to take 50% at this level because we do see price stalls out here, right? Price is stalling out here. People, right? They don't have buys, they don't have sells, or maybe they're just playing tug of war at this level, right? We don't want to get caught in the middle of this where they send the price up, right? Because that could happen. That's something that could happen. We want to play it safe. Okay, we want to play it safe. We don't want to have our risk to reward level 3-to-1. And, you know, we're trying to capitalize on those 3 trades. We want to win it. You know what I mean? At least 2 of them, at least 3 of them. Maybe we win all 3, right? That'd be awesome. But this is where leverage comes in also. Leverage is just basic numbers, basic multiplication. But really, what are we doing? Okay, so we're looking at, we get into our trade, okay? We get into our trade, and it goes down to this level. We're taking some goddamn profits because you want to know what? We're not apes. We're not apes, okay? We're going to take some profits here. If it does send it up, right? What do? Okay, when we're in profit, we're going to move up our stop loss too, right? Forgot to say that. We got too quick to the profit part. A little bit of an ape problem that I had right there. Okay, sorry. It rubbed off on me, okay? You guys have been rubbing off on me a little bit, but okay, so let's say price is right around this level, okay? I'm going to find the nearest resistance level. I'm going to put the stop loss a little bit above it. So let's say we see this as some sort of resistance, right? We're going to put our stop loss a little bit above it, just in case it does wick back up there, right? Hits our stop loss. You know, that trade didn't count, right? We get a redo on that trade. Okay, so back to the profit taking. Okay, that's stop loss. Always move your stop loss up. You don't want to, you have the ability to move up your stop loss to get you in profit. Why the hell are you not doing that? Okay, you need to be doing that. If you're not doing that, you're just risking yourself, right? You're risking yourself for no reason, right? So we're going to put our stop loss there, right? Let's say we hit this line right here. We're going to be taking 50% profits here because this is in the middle of our trade. Not the middle, it doesn't have to be the middle. But this is where we see some supports, right? We could bounce off of this level. We know that there's been bounces in the past. We see this right here. This is a little scary, right? These large green candles right here. It's a little scary. You know, that could literally end our trade. So we want to be taking 50% of profits here, moving up our stop loss, and continue to move your stop loss down, especially the more you go into profit, right? Let's say we get down to this level right here. I would say move your stop loss right up to here, right? Might as well. Okay, and then when we finally get down to the bottom of our trade, this is when the other 50% gets taken. Okay, and let's say it bounces back up right before it hits this level and it hits your stop loss and you don't make all that money. Oh, it's fine, guys. That's just how trading works. You know, you got to stay consistent. If you're making 1 to 2% a day, you guys could have $100, right? $100. You guys could turn that into 140 grand, right? You're almost there to a Lambo. Every single one of you, you're almost there to a Lambo if you're strategic. Right? If you put in the time, if you backtest your strategies and understand market structure and maybe you want to read some goddamn books, you can do it. But if you don't want to do it, right, you're halfway there to a unmortgaged house or whatever. You guys are going to get kicked out of your house because you guys are going to gamble away all your money like apes. I see you guys in the Discord, guys. There's people in the Discord, right? They're giggling, right? They're giggling and they're like, oh, I just lost all my money because I bought in the middle of a range and I have to yell at them all the time. Right? Don't do that. Please don't make me have to yell at you. It's not gambling, guys. You didn't come here to gamble. You didn't come to this channel to gamble. If you did, leave. Okay? This is calculated. Right? Maybe we are gambling, right? But we're trying to be the casino or be somewhat a part of the side that has the better odds. Okay? You buying at random places, that does not give you the better odds. But why would I be shorting here too, right? Well, I'm looking to trade the trend. So if we're in a downtrend, I'm looking to short, right? If we're in an uptrend, I'm looking to long the bottoms. That's just one strategy, okay? That's one strategy went over. We're trading the trends, okay? What about the range? You always talk about the range. What is the range? Okay, so the range right now that we see, as of right now, in this little, let's go to the 5-minute range, okay? So we have a resistance level, obviously, at this 32,501, right? This is the resistance. It's green. We're going to turn it to red because red equals bad. It equals resistance. It equals moon boys can't get past here. Let me take off these ratings real quick. All right, let me take these off. So we're going to this resistance, or this resistance level right here. Here's a resistance level. Should be doing this on a longer time frame, but I'm going to do it on this one anyways. We have another one right here. We're just going to be trading this this top part of this range, right? Actually, let's go to the 15-minute. Come on, right? We'll go to the 15-minute just so you guys don't get confused. So the bottom of this range, the bottom support right here is this 31.2 level, right? We're going to make two support levels, right? Here's another support level, right? What is this one at? This one is at 31,504. We're looking for two resistances, okay? What are the two key resistance levels that we see in this little range? Let me get the sideways one. All right, pretend we cut this off right here, right? Pretend you guys don't see that candle. We'll put it to this one. Move this over. All right. Pretend we see this range right here. Gonna get rid of this down here, right? We have two supports right here, okay? We have two supports. We have two resistances up here. Right, here's one. We're going to delete this one as well. Here's two, right? We bounce down, we bounce up from these levels, okay? We bounce up, we bounce down. This is resistance 2. This is resistance 1. Let me draw it out for you guys, right? This is R2. This is R1. This is support 2. S2. This is support 1, right? So delete that. It does not look like a 1. All right, so this is S1, S2, R2, R1. This is where we have price action along these levels. We bounce up off of this support 1, right? Sometimes we bounce off of this support 2, right? Sometimes we resist off of this resistance 1, and we resist off this resistance 2. How would you go about trading in this range? Well, first of all, we're looking for confirmation of a breakout, right? We're going to be doing the same exact thing. We're going to be buying the retest, shorting the retest on the downside, right? Or you guys can get really, really antsy with this. And once we do get to the support 2 level, right, we're going to be putting in longs, or the support 1 level, or the resistance 2 level, we're going to be putting in shorts because we know that we've broken down in this sideways channel or the sideways range multiple times, right? Multiple times. And this is how you guys could be trading. You could be trading the retest, or you could just be aping in with high risk and reward and trading the tops, right? And you could even get fancy enough to put in this downtrend, right? We have in this downtrend, and what can you guys do too? You guys see how easy it was to make that range? You guys could be doing the same thing with that range with a sideways support 1, support 2, or sideways support 1 and support 2, and resistance 1 and 2. Actually diagonal, right? Diagonal support, diagonal resistance. That's what you guys are going to be doing for this range, right? So we're trying to find the resistance and the support levels in the sideways downwards action, right? So we're trading the trends with 4 levels. We have 2 supports, 2 resistances. And why are we doing this? Okay. Well, we're doing this because we see price action along these things, and we know that we're in a downtrend. So when we reach the top of this downtrend, we're going to be selling. And we know that we see price action along these diagonal levels and these 4 levels, right? So it's showing market structure in a different light. Want to know what this is? Okay, this is this indicator, right? Or not this indicator, but this little thing. We find it. They seem to have lost it, right? It's just the pitchfork, right? It's when people get mad, you know, they pull out the pitchfork, or it might be. It's just you guys are using this pitchfork thing, finding the support and the resistance levels within these within this downtrend, right? It's all this indicator is. This is all really what it is, right? You guys see the price action that we have at these levels. This isn't good enough. You gotta kind of tighten it up a little bit, and we'll tighten it up a little bit. Whoops. All right, whatever. You guys get the idea. I don't like to use this, but I like to draw mine out. I'll use it just for today. So look at, we have the top, right? We hit the top. That's the top level, right? We hit this bottom here once, but we know this is here. Okay, we know this is possible, but this is the bottom resistance level. We haven't been seeming to touch it too much, but this is the top, right? This is the bottom down here, and we're just in the middle of this right now, right? This is just the middle of it. This red line right here is just the middle. This is where we see price action, right? What's price action? Price goes up, price goes down. There's a lot of volatility off these levels, meaning normally we have some volatility in the candlesticks. You see big candlestick, right? Big candlesticks around these levels. We don't see these small ones around the tops. We see these large candlesticks here at this level, which is the middle of the trend. Same thing for these ranges, right? These ranges, they're just these flat ones, but this is just diagonal, right? So this is what we're seeing with this trend currently. We are seeing a higher low right now, by the way, but if we don't hit that higher high, this isn't looking like an uptrend, right? We're still in this downtrend right here. We need to break out of this downtrend. To all my moon boys, my deepest sympathy and condolence, at least for the time being. I agree with you, Raj. To my moon boys. All right, guys. Well, you'll get them next year. I can promise you that. The more you practice, the more you study, the more you will get them next year. Right? The more you guys will win out next year. You guys will win out big if you practice, if you study. Imagine, right? If you guys wanted, a few Lambos, right? What would you do for those few Lambos? I'm telling you right now, you guys would do quite a lot for those Lambos. If all the Lambo took was around 3 years, 4 years of studying how charts and price action works, and you guys had all these books in the description that you guys could read, right? This free knowledge. And all you have to do is read them, understand them, practice, go back test your strategy, and you guys could get some Lambos. I bet a lot more of you guys would be actually doing that. But you guys don't understand. And a lot of you don't understand that, anything to be successful at, it takes work. It takes dedication. You guys have to switch up your schedule. And the ones that do, you guys will be successful. The ones that are patient, the ones that are strategic, you will be successful, right? And yeah, I'm just going to probably end that episode off here on that note that you guys can do it, right? This is just the basic market structure I went over, right? We could also have this in the other direction, right? Where we just flip it upwards, right? We have an uptrend. Now we're in a downtrend, right? We can even zoom this back out, right? Downtrend long term. You can make this wider, whatever you want to do. You guys can draw these lines. We're in a downtrend long term. Whatever you want to think, right? This is just on the 6 minute. I don't know why I'm on the 6 minute, but you guys get the big picture here. All right, but yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I kind of gave you guys some knowledge on what to do in these situations somewhat. We're looking for a retest. We do see some bullishness if we have come down that far. So we're going to keep you updated. These the Asians or the Asian market or the Sydney market could push the market down now or up, right? But we're going to be prepared for both sides and whatever happens next.